Hello there, River. To take your minds off of COVID-19, I have some pithy wisdom and things for you to think about today. Christmas is weird. What other time of year do you sit in front of a dead tree and eat candy out of your socks? You know, I called the Psychic Friends Network the other day. They said, "Who's calling?" They failed. I quit my job at the helium gas factory. I didn't like being spoken to in that voice. I used to be a mime. It's only now I can talk about it.
Oh, gosh.
I used to be a plastic surgeon, which raised a few eyebrows. I wanted to buy a camouflage shirt the other day, but I couldn't find any. I'm not afraid of dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens. If absence makes the heart grow fonder, a lot of folks must love their churches. If I could lose just 20 pounds, I'll be down to the weight I never thought I'd be up to. Is it possible to have deja vu and amnesia at the same time? I feel like I've forgotten this before. Here's a true statement. Money and power don't spoil character. They only bring it to light. My chiropractor is no comic, but he really cracks me up.
Oh.
My wife and I have decided we don't want any children. If anybody else does, we can drop them off tomorrow. Research, this is important, research has determined that the shelf life of fruitcake is longer than the shelf. We have our own laugh track here, folks. It's good. Santa Claus has the right idea. Visit people only once a year. So what if I can't spell Armageddon? It's not the end of the world. Standing in the park, I was wondering why a Frisbee looks larger the closer it gets. Then it hit me. We had cured ham for Christmas dinner. We all wondered what illness it was cured of. Here's something to remember. This is really good. When using a public campground, a tuba placed on your picnic table will keep the campsites on either side vacant. When you dream in color, it's a pigment of your imagination. When you get to the point where you really understand your computer, it's probably obsolete. That's the truth. Why does toilet paper need a commercial? Who is not buying toilet paper? Particularly now. Why in a country where there is free speech, there are phone bills? And with that, would a fly without wings be a walk? Here's one I hit the other day that really tickled me. I was alone. I laughed a lot. People didn't say anything. Not this one. When I was in high school, I got in trouble with my girlfriend's father. He said, "I want my daughter back by 8:15. I said, "The middle of August? Cool." An older, this is the good one, an older, somewhat confused fellow was asked if he had a favorite Bible story. He replied, "Of course." Then he proceeded to tell and massacre various noteworthy scripture passages as he said the following. One day when the Queen of Sheba was a-coming down to Jerusalem, she fell among thieves. And they said unto them, "Throw down Jezebel." But they wouldn't throw her down. And they said unto them again, "Throw down Jezebel." But they wouldn't throw her down. And they said unto them the third and the last time, because they wasn't going to say it one more time, "Throw down Jezebel." And behold, they rose up and threw her down 70 times 7, till the remains was 11 baskets. And verily I say unto thee, whose wife will she be in the resurrection? Oh, shoot. A group of friars, you all know what a friar, they're like monks. A group of friars were behind on their belfry payments. So they opened up a small florist shop to raise funds. Since everyone liked to buy flowers from the men of God, A rival florist across town thought that the competition was unfair. He asked the good fathers to close down, but they wouldn't do it. He went back and begged the friars to close their doors, but they ignored him. So the rival florist hired Hugh McTaggart, the roughest and most vicious thug in town, to persuade them to close up shop. Hugh beat up the friars mercilessly and trashed their store, saying he'd be back if they didn't close down immediately. Terrified, they did so, thereby proving that only Hugh can prevent florist friars.
Oh.
Here's another one that I love. Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, walked around barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail. And then add this to the fact that he ate an odd diet, and it isn't surprising that he suffered bad breath. This made him a supercallous fragile mystic hexed by halitosis.
You better quit while you're ahead.
Oh, me. Keep going.
No, 6 minutes.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Ernie.
Yes, hallelujah.